I'm out on the Lawrence Hopewell Trail, one of the newest sections, the Maidenhead Meadow Boardwalk. It's beautiful, and I'm here in New Jersey because we are celebrating this year's winners of the Roger Herz Greenway and Active Mobility Award. Two extraordinary women, Becky Taylor and Eleanor Horne, the co-founders of the Lawrence Hopewell Trail. This 22-mile trail serves over 100,000 people, and as it completes and connects to the East Coast Greenway, it connects even more millions of people from Maine to Florida. And that's why we are so excited to be celebrating the power of community, the power of trails, and the power of these two amazing individuals, Becky and Eleanor.
When I got very, very involved with greenways and trails, I was working at Bristol-Myers Squibb. I was hired to do strategy and also community relations. And we wanted to become better engaged with our community.
I hate to say it, but I started volunteering with trails, not out of any knowledge of trails or love for trails. I was writing a report to the president of my company, ETS, about the impact of the dollars we had spent in supporting the community. And there was nothing tangible I could point to. And that bothered me. We had done a lot of things, programs, but nothing tangible. That same day, Becky Taylor called me. She was at Bristol-Myers Squibb. We had similar roles. And she told me about this idea she had for a trail. And what appealed to me was, boy, if ETS, my company, got behind this trail project, 10 years from now, there would be something to show for it, something tangible. It would be a gift to the community, something we could be proud of. And I said, yeah, I'm interested. I want to hear more. And that was the beginning, not only of my involvement with trails, but a friendship with Becky Taylor that lasts to this day.
I had worked in government prior to that. I suggested, why don't we invite people from Mercer County government, Lawrence Township government, Hopewell government, New Jersey DOT, DEP, to a meeting along with community activists and say to them, we have an idea to create a trail. And everybody said yes. They loved the idea. They absolutely loved the idea. Eleanor and I said to each other many times, what in the world did we do? We did not really know a whole lot about trails. We didn't know how about building them. We did know how to work with other people.
I did not ride a bike as a kid, didn't own a bike. I wasn't a great walker, but I had this need to help my company have a positive community experience, something enduring. And that was the original interest in trails.
The relationships we created amongst the community became really remarkably strong. And over time, as the trail built out, it became clearer and clearer that working together on a project, everybody at the same side of the table, all as colleagues, respected friends, made all the difference in the world.
Right after we opened the first segment of trails, it was on our corporate campus, and I was walking across campus and I looked across the field and I saw the 2 parents and 3 children riding on the trail, and I heard the kids giggling, laughing. That was so emotional to me because it wasn't about this pathway in the ground. It was about families being together, families having a good time, the enduring magic of building a trail. I was hooked after that.
First meeting was February 5th, 2002. It's still not quite done. It's going to be a little bit more than 20 miles, and we're almost done. Eleanor and I stepped away 2022, which was our 20th anniversary as co-presidents. It was time for us to kind of step back and let other people, work on this. But it's been an absolutely wonderful experience, and it's in my blood. I love building trails. I love the community engagement aspects of it that are so important to the quality of life. And if you're in Lawrence and Hopewell Townships now, the cohesion of those communities, and both of them together, I think it's almost unparalleled.
Roger Herz was this incredible advocate in New York City. He really dedicated his life. Back when, walking and biking, they've always been part of the DNA of the city, but were kind of not really taken seriously as forms of transportation. There wasn't really much of an effort to promote greenways and spaces for walking and biking. And so in those early years, he and other groups of dedicated activists really put those issues on the map politically, and we owe a lot to them for all the infrastructure that we have now, including the Hudson River Greenway and other beloved parts of the East Coast Greenway in New York. We're incredibly grateful to Roger Herz, not only for his advocacy in life, but also for enabling us through his incredibly generous legacy donation to continue that work and continue making progress to achieve the goals that he promoted in life.
I had always felt inferior because I wasn't a trail designer. I didn't consider myself a trails professional. But many of the people that I met through the East Coast Greenway weren't engineers or that kind of thing. They were regular people who had a love for trails and who were using whatever their background skills were to make trails possible. I'll tell you how ignorant Becky and I were when we started. We thought in 2 years we could have a 20-mile trail built. We couldn't get a permit in 2 years. So a large part of my education about building and maintaining a trail came from association with people part of the East Coast Greenway, part of Circuit Trails.
The East Coast Greenway, of course, is hugely important to our community. And right here, we're on one of the trails, right here in downtown Trenton. And the idea that we are going to be able to connect from Maine to Florida along the East Coast, gives me chills. Most of my work in this area is volunteer. And I do it because I care about it and because I care about people.
I know that people in my community, in the Lawrence Hopewell community, love and appreciate the trail. And that gives me great joy and great satisfaction. I never envisioned being recognized by East Coast Greenway, a larger trail system, to say your 22 miles is important and inspirational. I can't describe how that makes me feel. I don't think of this, I don't think of the Roger Herz Award as an award to me and Becky. It really is an award to the vision of this community, to the people who have spent 20 plus years trying to make what we thought would happen in a couple of years a reality, and not just the reality of putting the trail in the ground, but maintaining it and encouraging people to use it. So to me, this is a celebration of community effort. And on behalf of my community, I'm deeply thankful to the founders of the award and to East Coast Greenway.